The Chief Minister wants to be the mayor of Bangalore. That's the problem. Without Bangalore, what can a Chief Minister do?
If you see the 14 people who were sworn in yesterday,
All old.
okay, 12 are older
same
than the
people.
Chief Minister.
DK Shivakumar has a much better chance of dealing with the reality of today than Siddaramaiah had.
World is being designed in Bangalore, the infrastructure of the world. Why is it they're not designing Bangalore itself? It's a tragedy.
The minister for Bangalore those days, he came there and said, ಹೌದಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಯ್ಯಯ್ಯೋ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇದು ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಾ
The Mangaluru Lit Fest, in my opinion, better than the Bangalore Lit Fest. It's got greater value.
Bangalore's greatest asset is not its technology.
People.
It is its people.
Correct.
And if you do not allow people to do this and keep on saying deputation,
It's an Indian aspiration to come to Bangalore. Young people want to come to Bangalore.
Naresh, when many people say, I want to build this road, I want to, it's free of cost, they don't give permission. They say, ನೀವು ಯಾರು ನಮ್ಮ permission permission more important than citizens welfare for these fellows. What do you do with these fellows? Political corruption, the reality is politics is expensive. Where will they get the money? Because none of you give money. Prakash Belawadi doesn't give a single penny. Naresh will not give money. I give money 15 years.
To make it
I
worse, he
want
supports
Prakash to give 100 rupees.
You tell me, what is the public impression? Is government corrupt or private corrupt?
No, it's the
Both
government,
are corrupt perhaps, but government is definitely corrupt.
Yes.
So,
and footpaths.
Footpath, yes. Well, I'll come to that.
Politicians have to see
I'll
footpaths
come
as
to-
development.
And every city should be a walking city, especially Bangalore. He walks everywhere. He goes by metro in Bangalore. He comes from far away. From God-forsaken place, he stays there. We
I
need to
stay in
speak-
Jayanagar, which is a much better place than his, where he is.
I'm hoping would be very informal, casual, and will fire missiles today. We've had 2 of those missiles fired already, so we are at DEFCON 2, and DEFCON 3 will be joining us very soon. So it'll be nothing short of a Cuban missile crisis over here. Joining me is Mr. Mohandas Pai and Prakash Belawadi, and Naresh Narasimhan will be joining us very soon. Sirs, thank you so much.
Thank you.
On this day, just one day after we've had a new chief minister, and you said that you're very hopeful. Is that because generally any business person with interest will always obviously say that whether somebody is good or somebody is bad, but in this case you say that since he's an urban guy, there is some hope that maybe like Fadnavis, he will also try to understand what Bangalore needs?
You see, Siddaramaiah represented the old school. He's a very good administrator, grassroots politician. He came up the hard way without patronage.
Yeah.
But he played his cards based upon caste and communal matters. You know, letting free that PFI people will openly be doing appeasement politics, openly doing caste hatred at this point of time when you're CM is not a good thing. Because as CM, you must carry everybody with you. So you need a leader for a state based on where the state is. Now, Karnataka is the richest state in India. We have the highest per capita income. What do we need today? We don't need caste politics. We need growth, development, and good job for our young people. What do youngsters require today? They need good jobs.
Correct.
You ask any parent, what do you need for your children? They tell you, I want my child to have a good job. I want good education. Is he giving good education? No. 60% of vacancies in government college universities are filled by guest lecturers. They're not filled it up. They're not invested enough in higher education. In the public sector, which is required. Private is required, public is required. And they're not putting money into good school education. The government school system is breaking down because of politics and caste politics and all that. Then is he putting money on growth and development for jobs? Did he have a dialogue with industry to talk to them about how to do things? There is a $1 trillion report which he prepared and gave it to Bombay. It's available. And there are strategies for development in multiple sectors. He must take that because what Karnataka requires is what politics should be, not the politics of the past. Now, DK Shivakumar is a protege of SM Krishna. In the last 40 years, SM Krishna was the first chief minister who gave a great vision for the future of Karnataka.
Yeah.
And because of that, Devegowda brought this rural-urban divide and created a fight which is unnecessary. Because you must always say, what does Karnataka, my state, require? My state requires growth, development and jobs. And that's why people are hopeful, because DK Shivakumar said yesterday, I'm not going to caste and communal politics. I'm going to carry everybody with me. And I'm going to focus on jobs and the youth. And he's doing that. That's the right thing to do. You don't talk about caste every time, Caste is a reality.
Yeah.
Caste is an identity. But caste doesn't have to be a fiction. And we have reservations. What else you require?
But with the limited time available, what is DK Shivakumar
DK Shivakumar can do a lot of things. For example, he can make sure that he brings in some good policies and decide many things. We are giving him a list, first 100 days what to do for Karnataka and Bangalore.
Okay.
And a lot of interesting things there. Second, all the projects underway, he can push them to finish. For example, the business peripheral road in Bangalore. For example, a road from Bangalore to Bidar, the expressway, connected to Karwar and Mangalore, completing all the railway projects in North Karnataka, completing all the road network in North Karnataka, and he can also make sure the ports, hopefully some ports are coming up, he can do it in the coast, and then he can make sure that in Mysore and other places, there are ring roads and other places required, expand the road network. And in Bangalore, there are so many projects that have been there to complete. Next 6-8 months, he can complete. For example, in Bangalore, we require 500 kilos of metro. No house in Bangalore should be more than 1 to 1.5 kilometers away from a metro station for 80% of the population. That's what metro should be. And for the balance, you just create footpaths and everything else, right? And you should do that. What does Bangalore require today? Clean up. Clean up Bangalore. There are debris, mud, and debris, mud, and melba, all over the things. When the roads are made, they take the dust, put it in the footpath. Why don't they clean it up?
Yeah.
The drains are all choked because the drains have not been silted. Why? Those people who clean the road put all the muck in the drain mouth. It's a management issue. Yeah. So clean up Bangalore for the next 30 days. Bangalore look good. People get hope. They can't even clean up. The BDA, the GBH saying, commissioner comes and tells them it'll be done. It doesn't happen. The Rajipura flyover is not done. Remember, all pending projects try to finish in 3 to 6 months. Change the metro management. The metro management has been a disaster. Metro is 3 to 5 years behind schedule. Focus to complete the 200 kilos metro by the end of another 12 months. They didn't even order enough trains for metro.
Yeah.
Why didn't you run the metro for every 2 minutes, run a damn train? 2 minutes. They're running 5 minutes. Why 5 minutes? You have the track, you have people, you run trains every 2 minutes. If it's vacant, is okay. Supply creates demand. Supply creates demand in a growing economy. You expand the metro and plan and finish sanctions for a 500 kilometer of metro. Finish all the good roads around Bangalore. Finish the portos. Is given 2,000 crores, which is very good. And then I just tweeted and said, call companies like Quest and Teamlease and Better Place to come and talk about how do you connect young people to jobs. A lot of people are jobs. Young people are required. You connect them to jobs, skilled, unskilled, everybody. And make sure you focus on jobs. Have a department of employment. You have a department labor whose job is to harass people. Right. Inspect, take money and all, extort money. Yeah. You need a department employment which focuses on jobs. Department of employment and skills. Focus on job creation. In the next 2 years, you can create 10 lakh jobs. Not difficult. You can change Karnataka, give hope to Karnataka, and make sure bureaucratic corruption is removed. See, there are two kinds of corruption. Political corruption, bureaucratic corruption. Political corruption, the reality is politics is expensive. Politicians have to spend 20-30 crores in Karnataka for a assembly seat.
Correct.
Where will they get the money? Because none of you give money.
Yeah.
Prakash Belawadi doesn't give a single penny. Yeah. Naresh will not give money. I give money 15 years.
To make it worse,
I want Prakash to give 100 rupees.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you give. You must go tell them, here's my 100 rupees.
Yeah.
So public should give money. So good money comes. Then good people will come. If Prakash wants to contest election, and we want him to contest election sometime, he's a great guy, a great Kannadiga, he needs money. Who has to give him money? You think he's going to spend his own lifetime savings, destroy his family, and go do there and serve everybody? We must be mad. It doesn't happen. Right. So remove political corruption. Why should there be bureaucratic corruption? In BDA, there are some 10, 14, 15 desks where every money you have to grease. Everything is fixed there. To have a plan sanction, you have to give money. Why? You sack all of them. DK knows all of them. Sack them. Sack 500 corrupt officials and say that you have to do your work, you get a salary.
Maybe a person like Krishna Bairagowda being appointed as a Bangalore minister is a good sign of things to come.
I'm not very sure. I won't endorse anybody.
Right.
Because it requires political will and strength to do it. Whereas the e-Khata is a good thing. There have been many There's a lot of corruption about the e-Khata too. My friend, for his property, had to pay 20,000 rupees for 3 houses for his e-Khata.
Yeah.
He came and met me. I said, why are you paying? No, that's the only way to get it. They're harassing me. They harass you. 80-90% is done.
Right.
10% they harass you. When you go for property registration, are there many people who have not paid any money? Tell me.
Yeah.
Correct? Birth certificate, death certificate. Why should there be bureaucratic corruption? And the only way it will work to a large extent is, you know who are the corrupt people, sack them. Because government servants work at the pleasure of the governor, sack them. Throw everybody, I will not tolerate this corruption. And then if anybody gives a complaint about anybody, you just, suspend them.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. They'll go to court. Let them go to court.
No, we were talking about this, that there should be a level of acceptable corruption, affordable corruption that should be
Please.
legalized.
See, corruption at the political level is different. We can debate
Yeah.
that separately.
Yeah.
Bureaucratic corruption, why should there be?
Yeah,
Now,
correct.
my political friends tell me, sir, I make money and everything, 50-60% I have to give away to people. They come for jobs. I have to give them everything. They need help. But bureaucrats are making a lot of money. And they buy. Not all bureaucrats. Not all bureaucrats. There are some bureaucrats. They're making money. They got more money than anybody. I know so many bureaucrats in Karnataka who are filthy rich. Why should they make money? You understand? If they want to make money, they become contractors. They become consultants outside. Why stay in government? They're using government power, our money, to do corruption. They should stop. That's the first step to stop. See, I think he has to take a hard decision because he knows in 2 years we're going to have the state election. People across the state are very unhappy. Am I right, Prakash? They're very unhappy and angry. Will they vote for the Congress? I don't know. And will Bengalurians vote for Congress? I don't know. Last point before we go to the great Prakash. We are going to have census now and delimitation.
Yeah.
Delimitation means Bangalore will get 20% seats in the legislature.
Right.
And the whole urban area of Karnataka will get 50-60% seats.
Right.
That's point number one. So urban people's aspirations have to be done because the rural area has been one deep pit. Government of India and state government spend 10 lakh crore as subsidies. They're not spending 50,000 crores on innovation.
Yeah.
How much is government spending on innovation? 50 crores, 100 crores, 150 crores, they're not able to spend. He must spend 1,000, 2,000 crores on innovation technology for the greatest technology center in the world, which is Bangalore. You understand? They're not doing that, just basking. I don't think they've even been to ORR. One of the things is, yes, DK Shivakumar should go to the ORR, call all the CEOs and tell them 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, what is going to. The ORR has, Prakash, 93 million square feet of space, 9 lakh people are working. It's the greatest street in the world with the largest number of jobs in the world for any street in the world. If you look at all the logos there, any chief minister, any mayor, any prime minister of any country will be so proud of them. None of the people in Vidhan Sabha are proud of talking about it. They don't understand. What do you do with such people? DK should understand because he understands real estate. He's got great interest in real estate. He understands that.
Yeah.
And he knows that if the people stop coming, the real estate business will tank. We got the second largest real estate industry in India
After
Mumbai in value. And Bangalore takes 15-17 million square feet of grade A office space, the largest in the world. Double, triple of Bombay, double, triple of Delhi, every year for the last 10 years. It's all because techies, the technology people are coming. If they stop coming, it's become less. Then what happens to the industry? The second big industry, right? So you understand it. He must do that. So the key is very simple, focus on the future. And when elections come, one more thing. Who is going to be the majority of voters in the election? The majority of voters in the election are going to be people born after 1990.
Yeah.
They are going to be 55-60% the election. The earlier generation, my previous generation, who grew up on Gandhiji, Nehru and all that thing, they're all gone, are going. My generation, which had new Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, they're also gone. And they're going out, right? And we are disillusioned with all of this, family and all that, right? Now the next generation come after 90. 90 means you became 20 in 2010. What is the worldview? I want jobs. I want to buy a car. I want to go overseas. I want this, right? Are you bothered about cash, gifts and the large parts of things? No.
Even the kids of politicians from North Karnataka, they were all my batchmates in Christ and they all want to come to Bangalore. So Bangalore is the hub where people want to
North
be.
Karnataka, develop everything.
Naresh is here. So actually we were talking with Mohan and I were discussing that you compare the swearing in of both the chief ministers. When Suvendu Adhikari came into power, there were a bunch of things that he announced, right? Like it looks like an actionable man has come into office. Similar thing happened when Narendra Modi became the prime minister. Even Kejriwal's ideas, for instance, as soon as he was elected as the chief minister, 47 promises for 40. Please join us. We can just begin. In that sense, where you did what did you observe from the body language of DK? Like, was it like it seemed like they're all still old guard, replacing the same old team?
You know, with DK, my first instinct is that he has, I will say, two divergent paths he can pursue.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about corruption and what is done in the past because it's of no use to talk about it now. But he has 2 years, and if he can do some even marginally significant good things, okay, it's a good investment in the future because I can't see any great emerging BJP leader in Karnataka.
yeah,
And even if the people are totally fed up with the Congress and they change, and the BJP is able to cobble up some kind of a government, which can run for 3 or 5 years, and he has to be in the opposition. What he does now for these 2 years will stand him in good stead. Otherwise, he can continue in the old way that he was. He won't redeem his reputation. Then he'll be in the he'll lose this opportunity, and he'll be in the waste bin of
Yeah,
history.
he's a man with a future. Siddaramaiah has no future in politics. Right?
Absolutely. And the thing
political
is,
age, yeah, DK
you
is still
started
young.
the question to Mohan by saying, as a business leader, you said to him, to Mohan.
Yeah,
See, I want to say this: the government is receding from generating jobs. During COVID, with big capex, it generated jobs at at a infrastructure level, lower skill jobs, temporary jobs. They have generated a lot.
right.
But structural, long career jobs, tenured jobs, the government is receding from that. It will not provide jobs in the future. There'll be less and less government. Even with this inefficiency, there'll be less and less government as we go on. Jobs will be generated only by business people, by entrepreneurs, by big business. They will generate jobs.
Yeah.
We should stop demonizing big business. We should stop demonizing corporate people. You're okay to share your data with Meta and Google and Instagram or whatever, but you're not okay to share your data with the government of India. It's just ridiculous it is. Okay, so basically, I think you should support government. In that regard, I think DK Shivakumar has a much better chance of dealing with the reality of today than Siddaramaiah had. Because I think Siddaramaiah had, perhaps Mohan is right, a blinkered vision. He was a person of the past. All the finance budgets he made did not prepare him for the future that has come upon us now, And so even he was given the $1 trillion budget that Mohan is talking about.
Yeah.
Actually, I personally handed it over to him. Do you know that? I went from Mohan's office and gave it to him.
But he always had a disregard for Bangalore. I mean,
No, he received with a smile. He said, "Oh, $1 trillion." His eyes lit up. It's not that I don't think he had a coterie of social advisors.
Right.
I don't think he had a influential coterie of economic advisors. Or even if they went to him, I don't think he listened to him as much as they listened to all the advisors on caste, what they call,
He felt very comfortable with caste and communal
the
politics.
progressive he was very comfortable with them, and it was very sad. The other thing I want to say is that willy-nilly people will keep moving from villages to the urban areas. See, yesterday I met somebody from Idagunji. They said, see, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳ್ಳಿಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಇದು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹುಡುಗ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹುಡುಗಿರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಲಿವ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಲೇಜಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ there is no investment in villages. There is nothing to live there for. What will you do in a village? It is like it's a meaningless thing. You have to develop cities, and delimitation will bring very big challenges. I really feel the opposition should have grabbed the opportunity that came to them with whatever jugaad the Modi government offered with the delimitation and the women's reservation bill, but they didn't do. And the Modi government can tell them, "I told you so," because it will have to happen. You can't avoid it. It's by law you have to do now.
Correct. Yeah.
So when you finish the census, the next year it will happen, and Karnataka will get rapidly urbanized around between Bangalore, Mysore, Bangalore, Tumkur, and Bangalore, Kolar. I have no doubt about that. And this is, DK's great opportunity. And if you go with some of the recommendations some people have made, that you may have to break up Karnataka to 3 or 4, states, Kannada speaking states. And if that happens, even that will lead to increased decentralized urbanization, because every one of those states must have urban economic drivers. So I'm saying, if DK Shivakumar can see this as a great opportunity for him to build the future for himself, I think people will forgive everything and they'll back him. I personally would be very happy if he actually changed his ways and he stopped thinking about politics as business, and he made politics everybody's business. It would be very good, I think, for him.
Instead
and
of
for
politics
Karnataka.
is my business, politics is everybody's business.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That's my take on it. On Suvendu, see, Sharan, you were there,
You have something personally invested in this,
correct.
right?
So that I wanted to tell you this. See, 5 years ago, when I came out of hospital from COVID, I had not read the paper for a week and the Bengal elections had happened.
Yeah.
And I saw that the government either was a passive supporter or an active supporter of the pogroms that were being carried out against BJP families and BJP workers and so on. And I put out a post in Facebook at that time. I had a large following at that time, saying that, this is dangerous and we should remember what happened with Godhra, because this is not good. When a government remains passive, at that time it was the union government, remains passive about because when the union government didn't send the army, didn't do anything about it. So it was okay for Vajpayee to say there was no Raj Dharma was not followed, but Raj Dharma was not followed by the union government as well. Let us remember that. So whether Modi is guilty or not, the system has decided, and we'll leave it at that. But at that time, you saw what happened.
Yeah.
But there was a 8% Muslim population, so the retaliation was very violent at that time. I said we should be worried, because there's a sickening possibility. I use the word sickening, that this will happen in Bengal, but it will not happen as quickly as that, because Bengal has a nearly 1/3 Muslim population. It will not happen as quickly, but it will happen when it can, and it's not a good thing. That's what I said. But I was gaslit, as though I was asking for violence. But you see, when this, in certain ways, it has begun to happen. Correct?
Yeah.
There was a dormant, festering anger in the population, which they have hid from the media, which they have hid from surveys. There was some indication that the BJP may do better, but we knew that even from the other
but the
elections.
kind of celebration on the streets, you cannot orchestrate them.
But
There's some sort
nobody
of
could have
anger.
expected this kind of this violent explosion of celebration, where people were so happy that this happened. And I'm saying, in Bengal, I think the change is very big. And I don't think we can compare that change with what has happened in Karnataka. We are a more sober state. We'll deal with it. Remember, the state has an opportunity. It's just 2 years. If it doesn't do well, he will go. So, but if it does well, even if he goes, very good chance that he'll come back. Or he may even win. We don't know what combinations can happen now.
Yeah.
I can't see that Mr. Siddaramaiah will remain quiet.
Now we have to worry about a triple engine sarkar now, because you need the union government to be one, state government to be one, and you have 5 corporations. In that, what if 3 of them are controlled by BJP and then 2 of them Congress and maybe 1 of them JDS even? What do we do in that case, Naresh?
It is, if you ask me, Bangalore is not it has 2 distinct visions, right? One is seen from the rest of the planet as a world-class city, etc., etc. And it's seen as one of the world's leading innovation ecosystems. Right? That is what the rest of the world sees. But really the problem in Bangalore is fragmented governance institutions and the lack of a city politics. The state being sitting in the city is not allowing local politics local leaders to rise. Many times, I think even Mohan has mentioned and others have mentioned that Bangalore needs a CEO-like person to lead the city.
Yeah.
Because what is happening is there are parastatals, there are MPs, there are MLAs, there are agencies, there are institutions, and more are being created. Every time there's a problem, rather than using an existing institution to solve the problem, the government's response is to create one more problem. Now we have a GBA, now we have a B Smile. And the whole point of creating the GBA, actually the GBA is the second point in the Congress manifesto. People don't realize it. People write manifestos and don't read them. And it says in the second point of the Congress manifesto, which I actually point out to Mr. Shivakumar in the first meeting he had as Bangalore Development Minister, is to create a chief commissioner to which all parastatals will report. Right? The intent is clear now. Right? It has been done. Whether these 5 corporations are going to stay or there is already a rumor that it's going to become only 2 corporations. I don't know whether you have heard it.
Yeah.
Because simply the Bangalore does not have the resources to support 5 commissioners.
There are
5
enough
chief
resources.
engineers.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a
People are
break.
talking. No.
People will talk.
No, it's not money resources. People resources.
There are enough people also. They should get the key.
That's what they're saying. But the point is not that. The point is that if they're going to do all this and there is a GBA in place now, why is it that the system is still broken? Yesterday we pointed out.
So Naresh,
the
I
group.
think it's a to me the answer seems to be that whatever institutions you create, the chief minister's office will not give up their stranglehold on
The
the
chief
city.
minister wants to be the mayor of Bangalore.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's
So-
the problem. Because the richest part, without Bangalore, what can a chief minister do?
So if you can do that, if that is the reality and we have to accept it, rather than each agency waking up every morning with their vision of Bangalore and none of them talking to each other,
Yeah.
let Mr. Shivakumar show the way and formally say no, all decisions will be taken by one person. The rest of the institutions in the city have to follow that vision and not come up with every...
Actually, just before you came, Mohan listed out the number of things he should do. Basically, let him not announce any new project. Let him
Nothing.
just complete what is to be completed. He will win, I'm telling you. That's all.
Clean up the city, he'll win.
Yeah, he's already announced that
If they
yesterday.
just go clean up the entire city. City is so beautiful.
Yeah.
See, come to Malaysian, Naresh. I was shocked. It's so clean, neat, footpaths are walkable. Dr. Ashwat Narayan done a fantastic job. Why can't every MLA do the same in his constituency? You come to my place, Ali Askar Road. You know, Dabri is the heart of Bangalore.
Yeah.
Broken footpath, Dabris, that they dug up the road for laying the beaters pipe. The road has caved in. Corruption there. What do you do here? And the government building, which is put up pillars on the curb at the edge of the footpath and put a roof. I've been complaining to GBA secretary for about 10 times. Nothing has happened. What do you do, Naresh? Heart of the city.
Around
It's strange
around Bowring,
it's
you
strange
see
that
how
within
bad
the
it
city
is.
itself we see this much. Last week I was in Mangalore. I went up to Karkala, I went to Moodbidri, I went and saw the Silicon Beach
Very
project.
clean.
Fantastic.
Incredibly clean.
Very
I mean,
clean.
it's like there's not a. Is it a Bangalore problem that we don't know how to deal with
a
garbage?
corruption
or what?
problem.
No, it's a Karnataka problem imposed on Bangalore. I'm saying the
Why is that
people who
part
get
super
elected
clean?
from elsewhere in Karnataka, they come to Bangalore, they don't love the city, they don't love their own places also, they don't improve that place and they don't care about this place. We are really cursed with this idea. I feel delimitation should yield different 4 or 5 Karnatakas and they should be stakeholders in their places. So they will have a symbiotic, relationship with their constituencies, and they may care for their places more than they care for Bangalore. This is very bad. Karnataka should give up its stranglehold on Bangalore.
I agree with Mohan. Bangalore already has the Bangalore Metropolitan
Yeah.
Region
Activate
Development Authority.
That. Activate that.
No, govern Bangalore as one metropolitan region with one
Agency.
leader
Yeah.
and one vision.
Yeah.
One Bangalore, one vision. Otherwise, this is too many
Mayor
people.
of London.
Execution can be by
By
different
other
agencies.
people. One
the
plan.
corporations can be executed.
One plan. Second,
Correct.
with
One
the
vision.
changing climate scenario, build climate resilience as the core of every project that you build. Every road, every drain, every transport project, and every neighborhood. If you do not build climate resilience, we are going to get this flooding, we are going to get this nuisance, we are not going to be able, and we're going to have 3, put citizens at the center.
Yes, citizen
At
center.
the center, make it transparent decision making, let empower, have that GBA election as soon as possible. The reason why I feel garbage is there everywhere is because there's no operator. there's nobody who can catch the neck off.
Right now, everybody wants the money and power. Nobody
Yeah.
takes the blame. That's
No, but
the
you know what
situation
he
that
said.
we're
I
in,
think it should register. I don't want to be lost in the. He's saying you have one person who actually owns the agenda for Bangalore,
Agenda for
and
Bangalore.
then you have these
People to
5 or
execute.
6 or 10 or 2
Execute.
who will actually do the administration, who will
We'd
execute.
be
Also,
very happy if
Naresh,
DK is.
Sharan,
Yeah.
see, Naresh, think of this. We have 5 corporations, 1 GBA. Had the administrative structure changed? There's no management, Naresh.
There's no logic.
See, for each corporation, they must have a cadre.
Yeah.
There's no cadre. Half the people come on deputation outside. When people come on deputation, what do they want to do? They want to make money and go. They don't care a damn for the place. They
Yeah.
come on deputation, make money. He knows it. So what you should do now the GBS have come, we must have a management structure for each of these corporations and for the GBA, which is focused on the activity they're supposed to do. And have people responsible and make them accountable. And if somebody doesn't do the job they're supposed to do, sack them. I told Maheshwar Rao, the chief commissioner, that look, in a corporation, ask the commissioner to give responsibility for the entire area to various officers for each ward. Let them go inspect every day for all the garbage and everything else. And you go inspect once in 10 days and go and see. If the guy is not clean, give him a warning. Next time, sack him. Unless you do this activity, nobody cares. Today in Karnataka, lower level officer don't listen. So make and for the management review, I said you call Janagraha, they know how to do it. I call IIM, 3 months give a report and have a cadre register. Without a cadre, nothing will happen. Same people who are doing the same cheetah come here. They're not going to improve. They're not enough people.
No, even more from what Mohan is saying, all engineers are under deputation from
Deputation.
PWD. All the planners, the downtown planning officials are under deputation from planning department. The
Where's the loyalty
BBMP
to
owns
Bangalore?
nothing.
Where's the
So
loyalty to Bangalore?
Where is the loyalty to BBMP?
To BBMP.
There's nobody there. So
Yeah.
We need our own cadre.
Bangalore's greatest asset is not its
People.
technology.
People.
It is its people.
Correct.
And if you do not allow people to do this and keep on saying deputation. Now, right now, take a simple example, right? Our Mr. DK Shivakumar has announced a lot of relaxation in terms of how to build, etc. Now
right,
they
yeah.
allow the more
High-rises.
FSI, in somewhat, some people are calling it akrama, sakrama by backdoor. But I think the reality is that it's already done. And there's no point wishing it away. At least do it. Okay? For the want of paying of a bill in the low lakhs, okay, the entire sanction process of Bangalore has to go through an electronic system, which is, you cannot submit a physical document to get a plan sanction. The plan sanction software guy is outsourced to some low-paid guy from Pune, who's not been paid 10 lakhs.
Right.
And you know what happens? Naresh, tell me
So it
what
gets
happens.
stuck over there.
It
No,
turns it
if
off.
the system spits it out. You
Right.
take the new laws which the system has allowed and put it into the system, it just spits it back
Spit it
saying
out.
not allowed.
Not
And
allowed.
the software doesn't. What is the point of...
Naresh, they call you on a Saturday and say, "Il banni kodi nan martini." They'll override and they'll do it and take a bribe.
Why should it be? I mean,
Why should it be?
For a want, like the old saying, no, for want of a needle, the battle is lost.
Yeah.
It's just some minor thing. I mean, even builders are saying we'll pay the software guy because everybody's plan is getting jammed in the system and spitting it out. So what Mohan is saying is, and Prakash is also saying, is that unless we have a cadre-based, dedicated officials in each corporation and in the GBA, okay, and stop doing this deputation. I think PWD has enough work in the rest of Karnataka. Town planning has enough work
Yeah,
in
they
the
got
rest of Karnataka.
enough ways to make money in their whatever they do.
Forget money.
No, they come here to make money. Let's be clear.
All right,
Naresh.
but then please let us have a dedicated
Cadre.
system, cadre in the system.
Whose
I
future
think,
is linked to the city.
yeah, and with this new election, I think one of the clear manifestos which I want to see from every political party is that this must be done. Otherwise, we won't vote for you. That's all. So I think we
In the
must-
past, to be fair to this argument you both are presenting, in the past, say in BWSSB or in KEB as it used to be, there were people who were there for so many years and they were experts. And when I've gone to interview people like Ramakrishna Hegde, I've seen these people sitting there and they're giving advice. Because they come in that line,
Yes.
Right.
in that vertical, they know a lot. They have great traction and experience. Nothing of that exists anymore. That's the tragedy.
And the one more issue is happening is that though there are multiple parastatals, right? There are multiple agencies. But the city, unfortunately, does not know that. The city behaves like one system.
City is
The
one
city
unity.
does not know anything. So you take, for example, a simple thing like Dairy Circle to IIM. It's a small stretch of Bannerghatta Road. It's not even 5 kilometers.
Yeah.
Okay. The metro has gone and put a metro in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? Now there's somebody else has gone and put they're supposed to fix, they broke the road, they're supposed to fix the road. It's gone. Now there is a Bangalore South Corporation has come in the way of that whole thing. Now there is a GBA overriding the whole thing. Look at the mess they have created. To create
No,
this...
it's not very clear. They must lay on the organization chart and responsibility, Naresh.
5 kilometers, even at 15, 20 crore a kilometer, spend the money, doesn't
And
matter.
finish it.
It's 75, 80 crore rupees. The GBA, BMRCL gives 2 crores to BMP. BBMP gives 2 crores to somebody else. The GBA says, I'll give you 5 crores to B-Smile. No, what the... at this rate...
Just to change the tone of this, I'll tell you. When Narasimhan, when he came in 1991, he told when Chidambaram and Manmohan Singh met him, they were, very gloomy about our balance of payments and, so little money was there. He said, you can actually see this as a great crisis or you can see it as a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Karnataka is...
So we have a great opportunity.
Is in a mess.
Yeah.
And people will welcome any positive
Change.
And action,
And respect the leader.
And yes,
Correct,
and
yeah.
DK Shivakumar
It's easy to
sees
gain
as
a name
great
now. Yeah.
opportunity to do something big and big change.
But the
He'll
funny
be
thing
nationally
is...
valorized if he
Stop
does it.
doing this left pocket, right pocket, inter-government money transfer as a blockage.
Right.
In Karnataka, data is not just technology, right? Data, according to them, it's not an app. Everything you say on the app might be tiny. So, idikku on the
And
ellathu on
they
the
don't
app.
know what to do after that.
And
What does the app
data is
do?
not a dashboard. And they'll put a dashboard and they'll put one digital display.
And nobody
showing
knows
its-
how to interpret.
Yeah, nobody
knows
knows.
how to interpret.
So you have to ask the real questions, right? Where do people live? How are people commuting? How are they leading their daily life? Why are flood risks more in some area?
Naresh,
Why is the
look
mitigation?
at the metro disaster, Naresh.
Yeah, look at it.
Non-functional metro. The biggest thing for a city is mobility. You've been talking, he's been talking, I've been talking. Look
The
at the metro.
interconnectedness of it is not there.
The metro, 20 CEOs in 24, 25 years, 5 years behind schedule, cost escalated thousands of crores. Who is responsible? There's no one single MD. When IAS officer come 2 years, they transfer him. If they want to send an IAS officer, he must stay for 5 years. There is nothing, no care, nobody's baby. And we are suffering. And now after the line is banned, no trains. Look at the damn
How to
yellow
order
line.
the train.
Yellow line, how many trains? I'm monitoring the trains and writing to them, please put the train, please put the train. Every train, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. Can you have a track and spend thousands
See,
for
there
that
should
run
be
10 minutes?
there should be skills deployment and personal planning for the project, lifetime.
And tenure.
Otherwise, it makes no sense, Till the project finishes, somebody should be there. You can't bring in somebody new, and he'll find some new way.
Yeah.
No, the argument is not about density. You need planned density. Otherwise you will get unplanned sprawl.
Yes.
Which is what is
There
happening.
is one very amazing thing once
Is
Mohan
building
told me, I'll
vertical
tell
a
you.
solution to that?
No, Sharan,
Just
listen
planned
to this.
density near the station, near TOD.
Right.
We have every policy, man.
80% of population should live within 1 to 1.5 kilometers of a station.
Sir.
One Bangalore.
Yeah.
One leader.
See, there's one more thing I want to tell you. Mohan once, during an argument, I was there in that seminar, he said, we must understand when we are talking that Bangalore is a very successful city. We seem to think that, you said in the beginning, that people keep coming to Bangalore. They keep coming here because it's successful.
Yeah.
They think they can make better lives here.
Yeah.
And we need to actually
Bangalore, the
respond
richest
to
city
that.
in India.
Yeah.
Richest city in India.
With the worst infrastructure.
And we'll have the other 2-3 years, largest number of billionaires in this country. And Bangalore is a city which enables people to grow, to realize the dream. The best minds from India to come here. Sadly, we are not able to promote our own people.
Yeah.
They kill them for the jobs. There's an extraordinary, there's no city like India. In Bangalore in India. And Bangalore is the future of new India. If you want to see what India can be in 20 years, it's happening here.
You have to become that, I think.
No. We have in people we have become, not in infrastructure, not in anything. Naresh, where do they get this kind of talent? You talk about the talent in Bangalore for many things, Naresh. You tell your listeners.
Cities need leadership, man. See, not just management and one more parastatal every time there is a problem. Bangalore, the conversation is only about unicorns. It's never about normal people who live
Naresh,
here.
Naresh,
you
you
know.
talk about the kind of talent that is planning,
Yeah,
studying.
it's just
you know,
that people have given up.
You know, the funniest statistic about Bangalore is that out of all the workers here, you know, close to 50,000 people in this city, technical professionals. The world's 5 biggest infrastructure design companies are based in Bangalore,
Right.
employing 50,000 people.
Right.
Right? Companies like Arcadis, companies like W.S. Atkins, companies like Mott MacDonald, companies like CH2M Hill, Jacobs. I mapped all of them. And they are sitting and designing the whole world,
Not
sitting in
Bangalore.
Bangalore.
I was in the
right.
national jury
So
once.
who's to
film.
blame?
Who? All the government has to do. I've been speaking to
So
these
get
people.
these guys on board.
He's saying if the chief minister of the city calls a meeting, I will bring all 5 there, and they're saying we will contribute pro bono. We will do whatever it takes. In Bangalore, we want to give tender and give the tender to the lowest common
And
denominator.
who's an outsider outside Karnataka? You
Yeah,
know
and
why?
we
Because you
want-
can manipulate that fellow.
We want to change that system now with corporate help at least to the highest common factor. We must get the best talent in the world to design the city,
Yeah.
and the best talent in the world is sitting right
Yes.
here.
You know, the
We
funny
don't
thing
even
is
have to
when
go
I-
anywhere.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
that we have to do is press
Call
the
them.
trigger.
Yeah.
If our new chief minister, our Mr. Shivakumar has the vision to do this, we must call. You know, the world is being designed in Bangalore, the infrastructure of the world. Why is it they're not designing Bangalore itself? It's
Yeah.
a tragedy.
No, I wanted to tell you when I was in the national jury,
Yeah.
50 films had come for the final, national awards, and it's a really funny thing. I counted in 11 films. This dialogue comes either the young hero or the young hero's, girlfriend
Fiancé,
will say that some crisis has happened, and they will say this line. We'll
to
move to
Bangalore."
Bangalore.
Yeah.
In 11 films.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
In 11 films. You can recall the films if you
These
want.
are global films.
No, Indian
Indian
films.
films, okay.
It's an Indian aspiration to come to Bangalore. Young
Right.
people want to come to Bangalore. There are other such cities also, but Bangalore, I think,
Yeah,
is.
most of my friends in college wanted to come because there's an aspirational factor.
No, there are
to
jobs.
Bangalore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can shift jobs every 3 years and get paid 30% more. In
Yeah.
which city can you get it done? The depth of the middle class in Bangalore is extraordinary, right? We got more depth of well-earning middle class in this city than any city in India.
Yeah.
You walk around Bangalore, young people spending money, well-dressed.
Yeah.
You go to Mumbai, yeah, it is there, but smaller number. You go to Chennai, it is not there. Chennai is a real poor city.
Yeah.
Then you go to Calcutta, it's not there. You go to Delhi, in some pockets it's there, but it's not there to the same level. Am I right, Naresh?
Absolutely.
Gurgaon has, but.
Gurgaon has.
Yeah.
But Gurgaon
here.
is smaller.
Yeah.
That's also a floating population.
I
lastly.
think the greatest realization I hope with the new leadership is that the city, we have to realize the city behaves like one system.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
government behaves like it's a bunch of
It's
silos.
beautiful, yes.
Yeah, correct.
So if our new leader can understand this one single
One
point-
good thing is it got big stakes in the city.
Very good. Yeah. So
His economic future is linked to the city.
Absolutely.
His family is linked to the city.
No, most
And
important.
his political future is linked to the city.
Most important with Mr. DK Shivakumar, for the first time,
I need
we
some
have
water.
a leader who's educated in Bangalore and
Educated in Bangalore, grew up in
and
Bangalore.
grew up here.
Even SM Krishna.
Which one? SM Krishna also did not study. He did not study in Bangalore. He studied there. He went study in America and came
US,
back here.
yeah.
This is the first time we have always politicians who have ruled this city have come from somewhere else in the state and have seen Bangalore as a site of exploitation.
Yes.
Has never seen site of inhabitation.
See,
Mr.
he's
DK
echoing
Shivakumar
what
is
I
also
said.
involved with real estate in Bangalore. He sees this as his own.
No, even parts of rural Maharashtra, Vidarbha, today has very good infrastructure because an urban chief minister, that too who grew up in a city like Nagpur, is in power.
Bangalore needs a chief minister who
No,
will want
future
to
of
stay
India
from
is
here, man.
urbanization.
Yeah,
In the next census, we'll have 40 to 50% of population from urban areas. Point number one. So
Yeah.
India will have to change. Second, in the next census, the people who are going to be voters are the post-90 generation who don't bother about caste, religion, all that nice stuff. But they've been doing villages. This romance about villages.
Yeah.
Who wants to live in villages? 70% of farmer children don't want to live because there's no future. We are not invested in villages.
Yeah.
And this romantic notion, farmers are annadata, yeah, but we got 43% of working population in villages. They're not earning money. I'll give you some data. You look at the national income and segregate it between agriculture, industry, and services. Agriculture is 90,000 rupees per capita. Industry is 2,50,000. Services 3,50,000.
Yeah.
Jobs have to be in services for them to earn money.
Yeah.
In agriculture, 63% of the workforce is women. Men are running away. Men are going because they can't earn money.
Yeah.
Women are there because of animal husbandry, dairy, and all this thing, which is good. They're not taking children for construction. So India has changed. Now, do you have the governance mechanism for the India that is there today? No. Do you have an urban management structure and governance structure for what is required today and what is required for the future? No. That is the shortfall that has to be done. Do you folks agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Naresh says that.
Agreed.
You agree?
I was listening to Shekhar Gupta this morning and the kind of things about DK as he was telling. I thought it will be a very political, like a monologue. But actually, he said that Bangalore is one of the most forward cities and Karnataka is a major economy. It's in the top 5 economies in the states in India. Plus, it has the second biggest amount of arid land. So, it is important that we actually allocate resources. Plus, we were able to survive COVID because of the services sector, because we were able to work from home. So, we have what, if Karnataka fails, it will be a big disaster
Sharan, the problem is
for India.
our politicians what Bangalore is.
Yeah.
You know, Naresh, we went to government and told them, come and see Outer Ring Road. The minister for Bangalore those days, I don't want to say who he is, we pushed him to come. He came there and said, ಹೌದಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಯ್ಯಯ್ಯೋ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇದು ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸಾಫ್ಟು ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಾ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಲೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ and outer ring road and they must go inside a tech park like Manyata has got 1,90,000 people working. Go see all the buildings, all the greenery, go see and come outside, see the filthy dirty road and say, aren't you ashamed you're doing this? It's the biggest street in the world, 9 lakh people working, each one paid 15-20 lakhs. Which street in the world has this? Which street in India has this? I mean, they don't even know the thing. They don't even want to go there.
If you just allow them to look after it themselves, they'll do a very good job in 1 month.
Yeah.
This is the
Look
problem.
at all the stretches.
The government is in the way of development. That is the problem.
Correct.
Recently on the outer ring road, the same place you're talking about, opposite whatever you said just now, there was a link problem between the main road and a tech park made by a big developer. So they were not, whatever you do, it took 3 years to say, they won't do it, they're not doing it, they're not doing it. The developer said, I will pay. Okay? A 1.3 kilometer flyover.
Oh, he built it himself.
8 months. I mean, I was the architect.
Oh, you're the architect. 8 months.
So, we finished the flyover and opened it day before yesterday in 8 months.
Oh my God.
From zero design to execute to finish. Like you said, you let them do it. They will do it themselves. The amount of systems coming in the way of not doing it.
Naresh, when many people say, I want to build this road, I want to do it free of cost, they don't give permission. They say, ನೀವು ಯಾರು ನಮ್ಮ permission more important than citizens welfare for these fellows. What do you do with these fellows?
Yeah. Same
What
thing.
do you do with these fellows?
Actually,
they
Naresh
don't
is
give
on the
permission.
receiving
Naresh,
end.
you know this.
Naresh is on the receiving end because when he beautified the Church Street, now people are saying, why is only Church Street like that? Why isn't...
No, we have given a proposal, 10 more streets in Bangalore. I have given the list saying, do it. No, it's not true. They did 2 more, which one they spoiled, which I had to recover, which is Commercial Street, which now works perfectly.
Well.
And we did 1 more in Foot Street in Basavagudi, which is also working well.
Right.
But I had given 7 more on the list are there. Let me do it. I mean,
No, Sharat,
the
Naresh
formula.
is an architect born here, very successful architect. He's spending his time, his money for Bangalore. Why didn't you call him and say, Naresh, tell us how to improve Bangalore? GBA commissioner should call him, make him an advisor, and they must call them and tell them, do some things. He will give his time and he'll do it. You will get the best global advice free of cost.
Yeah.
And you sit down with your people, debate it and finish it and do it.
Yeah.
And here is a man who is the epitome of culture, Kannadiga culture, whose heart beats for Kannada. You can't find a bigger Kannadiga than him. Call him and tell him, in the whole of Karnataka, how do you improve the arts? How do you improve a language? How do you improve the cultural artifacts around Karnataka? He will tell you what is wrong. Will you get this kind of people who are willing to spend their time and energy in any city in the world? I mean, any city in India. You don't.
Correct.
I've been to so many cities.
Yeah.
People just come, sit there, do
Pathetic.
some laba and go away.
Yeah.
There's no concrete suggestion, no detail. We set up that $1 trillion committee. We set it up. We did everything, ran it. Ullas Kamath did it, published a report. Look at it, man. You're not thought of it. I met a development commissioner in an event where Quest was having, starting some public policy thing. Development commissioner. They're talking about, in rural areas, we have to give cows, we have to do dairy giri. Then I said, Madam, Karnataka's per capita GDP is $5,000. in 5-6 years will be $10,000. Have you thought about what is required to go there and provide jobs? No, I'm not thought of beyond my pay grade. What are these people thinking? What are the people thinking and doing? They're not thinking what is required for the future of Karnataka. They think we must buy more cows, give the cows to women, they must milk. I mean, that is not what Karnataka is. Yeah, that is important. Important. But that's not what the future is. You're not investing enough in the future. And look at they say, Kannada should have primacy. You ask him of the pathetic state of culture spending in Karnataka. How much do you spend on Kannada? How much do you spend on arts and culture in Karnataka?
Very
Yeah.
How do we encourage Kannada?
No, really.
When
No.
you have this classical language for Kannada, are there people who know classical language? You can do research, you can write and all that. Prakash, tell us.
They don't even lionize them. You don't even, if you have to list the names, top 10 names, very few people will know
No
them.
anybody.
Nobody knows what the money that the government spends on Kannada is contributing to Kannada. They have built auditoria everywhere, for instance. We don't know how they are managed, who runs them. We don't know because it is maintained by, in Bangalore itself, I've said this many times. I'll give you a simple example in 1 minute. Town hall is owned by, Bangalore,
BBMP.
Bangalore, yeah, BBMP. Ravindra Kalash by Kannada and Culture. Kannada Bhavan by Kannada and Culture Department. Then, Yavanika and Guru Nanak Bhavan is owned
Ministry
by
Youth Affairs.
Youth Services.
Bal Bhavan is owned by Child Development.
Child Development. And, there is that Gobi Veerana Theatre is owned by Corporation.
Corporation
So,
again.
there is no Ranga Shankara, one small private thing.
Correct.
It has changed. Naresh once used a very good word. He said, it shifted the center of gravity for theatre in Bangalore.
Yeah.
There are places in Karnataka. See, in Mangalore, the TMA,
Was that
your
convention,
center?
it
Yeah.
has just
Change the game there.
Correct.
changed the game there. The Mangalore Lit Fest. I mean, I don't want to upset anybody. The Mangalore Lit Fest is in my opinion better than the Bangalore Lit Fest. It's got greater value.
Correct.
Very
Better
good people
curation.
come. Very
Yeah,
good
better
people.
curation.
It's more open, people
Yeah.
of different
Yeah.
views come. I was
It's
against that
very good.
leftist
Even
Even leftists
orientation
come
in
there.
Bangalore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bangalore has been captured by 2 or 3 people who only talk. I spoke to Ravichandran and told him, open up for everybody. I wanted Anand Ranganathan to come. They won't invite him. I want Vikram Sampath to come, who's one of the greatest writers. They will not, Vikram. They
Vikram
pursued Vikram
Sampath was, driven out
Yeah,
from
driven
the,
out, yeah.
from
Very
Bangalore.
unfortunate.
He's one of our greatest jewels.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
He
let's
was the
talk about
founder of the
culture.
Lit Fest and he was
founder. Talk about the
cancelled, no?
culture and all this.
No, even some of the both events.
Look at
yeah.
translation projects. Okay, there are great. Kannada. If you go to any government office, they put those Gnanpith award winners. The Gnanpith is not even a Government of India award. It is not. It's not Karnataka's. It is given by the Times of India Families Foundation. Okay, the Gnanpith award. That's what they put. They should have put their own. The awards they give to their own people, they should have put. Okay, but they don't even do that recognition. It's done by somebody else. The infrastructure to recognize culture, to reward culture, to inculcate culture, is not there in Karnataka. One thing I will tell you: what does art do for you? Art does this.
Humanizes.
This extraordinary thing. We cannot control what happens to our personal destinies or to destinies of our peoples. Because we are always coping with reality that keeps intervening. But in art, you can actually create endings that you want. You can make your characters do what you want. Whether it's a painting or whatever, you can do something that you imagine and you project, and from that you can learn. Which is why theatre is a great thing. You can learn from the consequence there. The Mahabharata will continue to teach you great lessons, which makes people proud. Being who you are, you feel proud if Kannada wins an award. Correct?
Yeah.
So, there was a time when Kannada cinema was one of the leaders of India before Malayalam actually took over. It was
Yeah.
in the 60s and 70s. It was very big.
Right.
The Kannada cinema. It was, we were very big with theatre. Some of our stalwarts were in Delhi, at that time.
Yeah.
It was big in the arts and culture in Karnataka, very big. Government came in a big way, gave big money to arts and culture, and completely put caste and communal ideas into it and destroyed it,
Right.
Kannada schools have been destroyed in Karnataka. Why does government declare that we will open Kumaraswamy, well-meaning, but he said we will open Kannada medium, 1,000 Kannada medium schools when he was the chief minister. Actually, don't open Kannada medium schools. I'll close with this. Lankesh once said something very great. He said, you make Kannada medium compulsory, but teach English very well as a language.
So they're also
or you make
required.
English medium compulsory. You make English medium available, but teach Kannada compulsorily as a good language.
Yeah.
This is what he said. You don't have an eye. See, if you have genuine intent, you'll do it well. You like the confusion because
No, Prakash, tell me, do the politicians send their children to English medium school? Granted, Indian
No, they
English
send
medium
them
school?
abroad.
Sir, your driver or the maid in your house will not send you. Forget politicians.
Our former chief minister was so proud. My grandson went to Canadian International School, and he was tweeting. I was shocked. I said, man, you send him wherever. Why are you tweeting? And you are saying Kannadigas should go to Kannada medium government school. Now a bit about the English show. And you're sending your grandson. Then you'll say, I can't decide for him. My son decides. But what about your son? You want a son to go abroad, do well. Why don't you wish for everybody in the state? Give them good education.
The Karnataka Knowledge Commission, he knows about this. He's very good with stats. 43% of higher education is spent on arts. Why is the government running arts colleges? Who's asking for it?
Right.
What can you do with an arts graduate, you
Nothing.
tell me?
Yeah.
Now tell me, Naresh,
Yes, sir.
if you were appointed Minister for Bangalore, what would you do? What are the big things that you'll do?
The first thing is I'll reframe the word development. Because in Karnataka, development, Bangalore particularly, the word development means flyover. Or a tunnel is a flyover by another name.
Lower.
All the focus is on making cars move faster. Okay? And I would say development should include, like you are pointing out, culture. I would primacy, I think without culture, there's no point doing infrastructure. If you ask me, you need infraculture, even more than infrastructure. Right? Without a culture, there's no point. Two, I would collapse all the parastatals into one. And we already have an existing institution called the BMRDA. It is time to look at the Bangalore metropolitan region. This BBMP boundary, GBA boundary, BDA boundary, all that put together is 1,300 square kilometers. The Bangalore metropolitan region, which is not my idea, Mr. Ramkrishna Hegde told me that in the late 80s, saying that Bangalore ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Either
like NCR
towns are
Delhi,
there.
like NCR
Delhi.
Not today. In 1988 or something, he told me that. 1987, some ridiculously long
I
ago.
feel bad that
No,
we
even
used to
Mumbai
write
is going up to
against him.
Kalyan, no?
He was
But
such a
let me
good
tell
chief
you-
Yeah,
minister. I
look
feel
at the
that.
vision.
like NCR.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is people are not voting coming to Bangalore because of good weather. They're definitely not coming here because of traffic. Right? They're only coming here for economic opportunity.
Jobs, yeah.
And a guy coming from Noida or Western UP or something like that into Bangalore, he doesn't mind. The young guy wants an aspirational lifestyle. If I put him in Tumkur, if I put him in Hoskote with an economic opportunity and social opportunity, it cannot be only economic. No, his children have to go to a good school.
Yeah.
He has to go to
That's
a
why
good place
culture
for
is
shopping.
important. That's what culture
He has
can
to
do.
have access to culture. If you do not desensitize this, and much more beyond Bangalore. As I told you, I was there in Mangalore, the Silicon Beach project. You were there, I believe also. I met Rohit Bhatt and all the worthies there. I think it's a great idea. I mean, and it's an...
You must work with them.
It's
encourage them.
I am working with them. It's an environmentally sensitive strip. I really think technology and IT particularly needs to move out of Bangalore into the rest of Karnataka, and the level of Bangalore's economic output should come down to 50-60% of the state's output. Right now it's gone to 80% of the state output, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, a little bit less, but you're right.
Somewhere I think we should come down to at least not
No,
more
but
than...
Naresh, please understand one thing. You can't force people to go. You have to
create the
place.
opportunity.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
using the word
I
create.
will have Tumkur, but Ramesh, I'll tell you one thing.
So if you have the Bangalore
Deshpande,
metropolitan region
yeah.
as a governance structure,
It will work. NCR.
yeah,
like
we will.
NCR.
Yeah, and I had remember long ago we said if NCR is there, why can't we have an SCR, a state capital region?
Correct.
Why not? Why not? Why
You must
only
tell DK,
NCR?
I'm sure he'll do it.
SCR.
Because for him,
Yeah.
when you say SCR, Ramnagaram becomes
everything.
Bangalore.
Vidati,
Tumkur becomes
anywhere
Bangalore.
Vidati.
Parameshwar will be very
Very-
happy.
everybody
She's
will
got
be
land there. All the
So
politicians
state
have got land
capital
there.
region,
Land
we
will go.
discussed
They'll all
it
be
many
rich.
years back.
They'll all be rich.
Yeah.
In their interest to call state regional.
No, right now,
State capital
right
region.
now, our DCM, our current DCM wants the
We
metro
can have a
extended
SCR
to
ring
Tumkur.
road then.
Make it part of
We can
Bangalore.
have
When there is,
SCR
when there is a,
ring
sub-
Yeah.
yeah, why not? And why not put a rail-focused transit mode
Yes.
right now when land is available and create an SCR
Yeah.
and move it out of the city and leave
Beautiful
whatever is
idea.
alone.
You should tell him.
If this is first thing.
Prepare a
I would-
paper.
Since
must
he
tell him.
talks to you, you should tell him. He won't talk
And
to
you know,
me.
Sharan, look at this. I want to raise this
He
issue.
talks to everyone. Don't worry.
We all agree. Public transport is essential for a city, any
Yeah.
city. What is public transport? Bus transport
Metro.
and metro
Yes.
and rail.
And
Yeah.
rail.
Metro, which are 500 kilometers in Bangalore.
Can I add one more?
And the
And footpaths.
footpath. Yes, well,
The
I'll come to that.
politicians have to see
I'll
footpaths
come
as
to-
development.
and every city should be a walking city, especially Bangalore.
Yeah.
Now, we need 500 kilometers of metro. So, no house should be more than 1 to 1.5 kilometers for a metro station. You must have a footpath there so people can walk. I walk to office every day, 2.5 kilometers one way. I mean, sure, he walks.
I
He
walk.
walks. He walks everywhere. He goes by metro in Bangalore. He comes from far away, some godforsaken place. He stays there. Okay. But now we
I
need
stay in
15
Jayanagar 8 block, which is a much better place than his. Where he stays.
I
He
stay in
thought
Sheshadipuram,
Talagatapuram.
Aliaskar Road, Raj Bhavan.
He's from Sri Rampuram. That is why this problem is.
Sheshadipuram, not Shrirampuram. Sheshadipuram.
Yeah.
Seshadri.
Nehru Nagar.
Nehru Nagar.
Between Malleshwaram and Basangudi.
Correct.
We used to call it Swastik Theatre.
You live in
Malgudi.
Malgudi.
Malleshwaram, not Basangudi.
Swastik Theatre.
And Swastik Theatre.
You
And you
live
know
in
what?
Malgudi.
We need 15,000 buses for Bangalore.
Yeah.
And we should have EV buses by 2030. What does Ramlinga Reddy
Should
say?
we have smaller buses because the
that is
larger?
different.
Yeah.
What does Ramlinga say? Only BMTC should run. Nave ಓಡಿಸಬೇಕು. Private are
Yeah,
thieves.
what is this obsession that we
private
have?
are thieves.
Yeah.
Private charge ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. He's
Yeah.
giving subsidy and losing 1,000 crores a year.
Yeah.
Why don't you
You
allow?
tell me, what is the public impression? Is government corrupt or private corrupt?
No, it's the
Both
government.
are corrupt, perhaps, but government is definitely corrupt.
Yes.
So-
And you know, these
Yeah.
people don't trust their own citizens who pay taxes, and the taxes is run by them. Ramlinga Reddy doesn't understand the buses are run by our taxes.
Yeah.
His job is not to run a bus service. He's not a businessman. His
Yeah.
job is to provide mobility.
And
Whoever
regulate the service.
Whoever
Right.
provides mobility, allow them to come.
How
If
can you
citizens
shut
want
down
to
the
run
bus
buses-
service at 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
It has to be
People are
24.
working after that. How
Yeah,
can you shut it
24/7.
down?
See, this mentality.
Yeah.
Sir, government ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Whose money is it? They don't understand that they are there to help citizens improve their life. There are representatives, not the maliks. They think they are the kings, we are subjects.
Yeah.
So we vote them, then we are subjects. Why doesn't you allow private sector to run? We are the city of startups. Allow startups run 500 buses. Then if you run 500 buses, go on
I
any
think
routes.
you are
Do
what
all
you are
the
asking
things.
for is a generational change. If you see the 14 people who were sworn in yesterday,
All old.
okay, 12 are
the
older
same
than the
people.
chief minister.
Yeah.
Ah.
Only two, Mr. Karge, Priyank Karge, and that other
Yeah.
gentleman, one are younger than him.
But
Siddaramaiah son.
Yeah.
Shivakumar,
Yatindra is younger.
Shivakumar used this term that he will bulldoze his way through last time when he got, when he became deputy chief minister. He can bulldoze over them and actually do
No, I hope
something
that the
good for
next
the
level
city.
of cabinet,
He told me.
too, there are no women.
No, he told
There are
me.
no women.
No, Naresh, he told me, ಯಾಕೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ 3 ವರ್ಷ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಏನು ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಅಗ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಬೇಕು ಈ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮೀ ನಾನು ಆ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾವು ಈಸ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಈ ಸೈಡ್ he must bulldoze things, do things that are right for city and say change. Because his future is linked to that.
Absolutely. Get younger people.
Get younger
no
people.
women involved. Not even one woman is brought
Not
in.
even one woman.
What is this? And get people who are younger
Naresh,
than 50 years old. No?
And
Prakash,
people are from outside of politics also you bring,
Yeah.
Why
You
not?
bring a
no?
Jaishankar here,
Like if-
Prakash, you tell me,
or
why
get
this,
Ashwini
why
Vaishnav.
this antipathy towards women in Karnataka politics? Why don't women get the rightful place?
We know that there
50%
will
of
be, yeah.
population.
We know that
50%
there
of
will be.
population. Why is it?
I can't understand this easily because I feel in our literature or in our at least in a higher register interaction communication, women are held in a much higher regard. Somehow in politics, Karnataka politicians are really conservative. They do not want women.
Country is conservative, are patriarchal and biased.
Patriarchal, definitely.
And biased.
Biased or more than biased, I think they're afraid of being dominated by women. Let me put it that way. See, for instance, let me dare and use the name. All the men in BJP were so scared of that Shobha Karandlaji, because I thought of her as more efficient than most of these ministers,
Yeah.
But they really have to fight, to stay, relevant in politics. In Karnataka, male politicians make it extremely difficult for women to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
But
true.
why didn't Siddaramaiah, as a master of Ahinda politics, promote women? It has been good for him.
I think his affection for Ahinda, is less important than his cultural moorings, which make him patriarchal, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that.
And how do you
because-
rate DK? You think DK will get more women into politics, more women missing?
Right.
You think so?
Actually,
More
I-
younger people.
More younger people.
I feel,
Yeah, less
I feel
than 50
making many
years old.
quips, but I should not do it. But he's definitely urban, and I think he'll be more, open to women's participation.
So we need more women participation in politics.
Yeah.
We need more women ministers. We need more women ward councillors. Women should come more, get their rightful share, at least 30-40% in the next 4 or 5 years.
And no.
And we should all work
Not
towards
just
that.
get women and put them in charge of child and family.
No,
welfare.
not child and
That's
family
the only
welfare.
Our Tamil Nadu next door, if you get a minority person, they put him in charge of minority affair. I mean, whatever his capacity is. You see, next door to us in Tamil Nadu, the chief minister is 45 years old or 46 years old. Can you guess who is the industries minister? That S. Kirtana. She's 28.
Right.
Oh,
She was a
industry
political
minister.
She's the
consultant. She was
industry
working
minister.
for
Geeta
IPAC.
Gopinath is from Mysore.
Yeah,
She's
she-
head.
she's
She
the
was
economist.
leading IMF.
Mysore are from, she's Gopalan's daughter, no? That
Yeah.
S.R. Gopalan.
She's originally
Originally
no.
communist leader.
She's
She's
from
originally
Mysore.
Malayali,
But from Mysore.
but from
Mysore, yeah.
Karnataka.
From Mysore.
Are they S.R. Gopalan's daughter? The
No,
communist
no.
leader?
No.
But I'm saying that if the
But
state of
in
the
Karnataka,
most
she has
second
no value.
most industrialized state of India is Tamil Nadu, right? After
Yeah.
Maharashtra, is the second most industrial. They can trust the future of that state with a 28-year-old
girl.
woman, right? And who says the Minister of Industry. You think we don't have enough toughies here in Karnataka? Come on. I mean, I at least know at least 10, 15 women here will be happy to step up given a chance. Even in the there are people from National Law School who are MLAs in this city, right? There are MLAs who have studied in National Law
No, they
School
don't
here.
even give them tickets to contest. It's very strongly
So I
controlled.
think the 33% reservation is essential to
It's a
change the
very good
structure of
thing.
Indian
Yeah,
society.
let's not just be lip service.
We should do it.
And I
Yeah.
think really one of the great things I think if Mr. Shivakumar makes up his mind is to bring in this 33% before waiting for anybody else to do it.
Ah.
And don't give some sidey ministry, put them in the
Give home.
give
the home
home
ministry
to
to a
Very
woman.
good.
Yeah, that's what anyway women look
Give
up
finance,
to the home,
actually.
according
Give
to them.
home.
Yeah, give some powerful
Law and order will
ministry.
improve.
Correct.
Protection for women and children will
Will
improve.
improve. Everything
Justice
will
will
become-
improve.
Yeah.
And public transport will improve.
Public
Women
transport will
knows.
improve. Give it to women.
Yeah, I really think of important ministries, at least 3 or 4 of them should
So,
go to.
Sharad, if you're based on
Yeah.
discussion, what do we need for GBA? One, we need a massive restructuring of the GBA corporation structure to have their own cadre,
We need a strong
create
cadre.
work allocation,
Yeah.
areas of responsibility.
And a single agenda
accountability.
for
Wait,
Bangalore.
accountability.
You've heard of that.
2, we need a single agenda for Bangalore, and that has to be driven by the Chief Minister himself as Minister for Bangalore
Yeah.
through the Metropolitan Development Agency, so that it will be there, and all the parastatal developing here. Third, we need a state capital region of all the areas around. So all political leaders who got land in Tumkur,
They
who
can
got
all
land
benefit
in
from it.
Ramnagaram, they all
Yeah.
feel happy. The land price will go, they'll make money, and they'll support development. And the next, we need multiple transport system. We need a public transport system of 50,000 EV buses run by anybody in Bangalore. We need 500 kilometers of metro for Bangalore. We need fast trains all over. We need multiple ring roads connecting the entire area of the national state capital region, so that we have a very good mobility system. And then we need the outskirts of Bangalore to be developed as 15-minute cities, which Naresh can say, where there is social infrastructure, business infrastructure, cultural infrastructure, everything there, so people don't have to travel anywhere. And they should be
else,
linked by high-speed rail
Yeah.
or metro to various areas and public transport, so people are well connected.
Yeah.
And then we need a cultural vision for Bangalore and for Karnataka,
Yeah.
so that, our language Kannada is really invested in. We have people like him come everywhere.
Yeah.
And next, we need a group of experts who know urban governance, urban infrastructure like Naresh and others, get the best talent in the world, which happens to be in Bangalore, to work with the Chief Minister and do everything else. And we need all these reforms in the next 100 days and drive it in the next 365 days. So people at the end of 300 days see some results.
Yeah.
And for that, we need a one-time cleanup of Bangalore. 30
Yeah.
days cleanup. Everybody should go sweep and clean it up. Second, in 6 months, fill up all the potholes and do it. Third, run the ORR road. Clean up the ORR road for which Naresh has worked a plan. He's got a plan ready. He's given it. Clean it up and do
Execute
it. And
it.
go meet everybody and do it. And look at all the 12 high-speed corridors. Traffic corridor. Clean them up. The mouth of the corridor should be very wide.
Yeah.
And then drive the metro. Clean up the metro management. Get a dynamic officer there. So metro end of the year will be 200 kilometers. And give hope and communicate to people. Am I right? And involve experts like Naresh, Prakash in as advisors to the CM so that they get good advice. Because where will you get a guy like him? Where will you get a guy like him?
Yeah.
He's willing to work, spend his time.
Yeah.
The guy can earn billions.
Yeah.
And this guy can, change the world. He goes to Australia and he's shooting there, making some silly films. Why can't he give his advice to Karnataka?
And bring women
And bring women with the heart.
important
Into politics.
portfolios
Yeah.
into the
And the
government
heart of
system.
governance. Because women are going to be the biggest voters next year. All across India in the last 5 years, percent of women voting has gone up. And women are the determinants of politics and power. And that's what Modi is realized. And Modi is focusing on that. And if you want to create your own space in politics, you have to give the primacy to women in politics, to women as voters, and to young people. Because the voters in 2028-29 are going to be largely
Young
those
people,
born
yeah.
after 90. They don't care about Indira Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru, Rajiv Gandhi. They care about growth, development, jobs. I want my car. I want a big house. I want to go holiday here. That's what they want. Am I right, Prakash?
One more thing I'll add. With
I
a
think
probably
you
the,
make all
which is
the
a
agenda
political
and give it
point.
to him.
Yes.
In the pattern that we're observing now, wherever there is dynastic succession, okay, the government is gone.
Gone.
Wherever there is a dynastic,
Explain.
in West Bengal, Abhishek has been promoted. TMC broke yesterday.
broke, yeah.
On the back of not Mamta,
Udaynidhi
on the
Stalin,
back of
yeah.
Abhishek. Yesterday, all the MLAs yesterday said, 58 of them said, we still think Mamta is our leader, but we cannot deal with this fellow. We are separated. See the statement today. What happened in Tamil Nadu? Same thing. The sun also rises. The sun rises.
And it's set.
The party falls.
Party set. Party set.
In Kerala, his son-in-law is promoted. Party gone.
Yeah.
Party gone.
Everywhere, this pattern, I think Indian politicians have to understand these two things. One is, whoever is the majority population, please don't insult us.
Don't insult the majority population.
Do not decry our practices. We are not saying anything about anybody else's practices. You are welcome to
Follow
do your
your
thing.
practice.
You are welcome to do your thing, but you cannot say Sanatana Dharma is bad. You cannot decry any Hindu practices are archaic or out of, that is our
Hindu-
problem.
the Hindus
We will,
country. The Hindus
we
country.
stopped sati some time ago. We will stop other unequal behavior
And
as
you
the
stop
time
in
goes.
your own religion. You
Yeah,
stop and look
that
after
in your
yourself.
own. You don't tell us what to do. No. I think the biggest enemy of Hindus are Hindus themselves.
Hindus themselves.
It's a good thing to have insider critics.
And
It's
two,
okay.
It's a good thing, but not like this.
Yeah.
Not
Two-
abusive.
please
Aap
stop
kaun se line
from
mein aa gaye,
all
saab?
politicians. Please note the pattern. If you promote a dynast, you will lose sooner or later. And this is pattern is happening now. Karnataka should learn from that. And really,
Why is that? People are fed up.
people don't want, people see it as unnecessary privilege. And too young, somebody needs time to become mature as a politician. You
And
go
prove
put
himself.
Yeah, and you have to also show that you can do it, right?
And it pains, if I were
If
to
you
tell,
if you are given you're a 30-year-old guy just because you're born to the chief minister and you become the powerful
chief-
No, I didn't want
minister,
No, it is
I didn't want to
tiring.
take the name,
Mohan,
but-
it is. See, think about it.
it annoys me.
Basavaraj Bommai, was a boring choice. Yatindra is a boring choice. There's that Vijayendra is a boring choice. He doesn't inspire any
What
kind
is
of
that?
confidence in us.
No, in my
It's-
own college
we
in
want
Christ,
fresh people, who think, who self-made.
Yeah.
I want to ask another question to both of you. Yeah, tell me.
No, I'm not saying all children
I
of
agree.
politicians are
Yeah,
but
bad.
in my own college, like if I were to give an example, one of the youngest MPs in Karnataka, I don't want to take the name, he's a nice kid, but he does not represent anything new. He was our batchmate, he is of the same age, he's around 25, 26, I think, when he was elected. And there is nothing new that he represents. He's not a bad man, but you know that constituency that he represents requires somebody extremely innovative. So why put such people, and when everybody are at the helm of, even the spokespersons that you see, the younger faces in, whether it's in Congress, JDS, BJP, they're all dynasts.
No,
But
but
I
if
want to
they're,
ask
if
you
they're,
another question.
if they're competent, and they prove themselves,
Then it's not a problem.
please do
Yeah,
it.
But Naresh, I want to ask you, Prakash and Sharad, one important thing. Why do good people like you, Prakash, Sharad, not enter politics to become leaders? What is holding back good people?
Prakash
For
has
example, if
already
you look at America, many young people like Vivek Ramaswamy finish the business, say, I want to get into politics, I want to change. That do a public service. They participate. They participate in the local politics, go to the state politics, then go to the country politics. Vivek tried for presidency. Why don't good people...
One line.
Now, you've been here long enough. You've been here long. But why don't people in the 25, 30s, 40s get into politics and drive? And why don't people like you, our generation, support them with money and other things?
Can
One
I add
line.
one small thing?
One line. We started this country saying, cast your vote. But unfortunately, today it's vote your caste.
Yeah.
Okay? What has happened to our
But
country?
politics have changed,
Yeah,
Naresh.
it's not changing.
It's
What is
changed,
happening
Naresh.
is if you look at the swearing in yesterday,
That is
nobody's qualifications are discussed. 3 from OBC, 3 from majority community, 3 from minority, 3 from
But
Kurba
Naresh,
community.
Naresh,
Can I
Naresh,
tell you
tell me,
something?
Naresh,
There
tell
is
me.
this-
But this is-
No, Naresh, tell me. In the voters who are below 40,
Yeah.
is caste very important? Is religion very important?
There's a in the urban
even in the
in the
rural areas.
urbanized
Urban, not
in
so
the
much.
urbanized areas it's not much. But
rural-
you're right, in the future, with newer political parties emerging, caste will begin to decline.
It's already
as
declined.
a very important
You
factor.
can see it in...
And I can see you can perhaps in the future begin to see from a college level itself will be young people who will want to go into politics.
in the-
It'll
So
happen.
so India is
in
changing in, terms
GBA
of
election
political
now,
elections.
in GBA election,
will
which
change.
is
Caste
going
is going to remain
which is
there,
going
but
to
it's going to
happen
get
now.
organized. You look
No,
at if TVK Vijay is today confident that he wants to enter the GBA elections and contest in Bangalore, he knows that there is a certain caste base. He knows that there is a certain language base, right? Like caste may not be the most dominant factor in driving
Yeah, but you
somebody
must
to
not
go to
have
that
him
booth.
participate in the local politics. We don't want that.
Well, just outside this place, when I'm turning the corner, in Kannada, there is a board saying Tamilaga
Here.
Vetri Kalagam.
Here, right
Really
here, I'll
written
take
in
you to the
Kannada.
poster.
I wanted to take
Big
a
one.
photograph, but I was getting late. I didn't stop.
Here,
It's
there's a
written in
small
Kannada.
slum over here.
Tamilaga Vetri Kalagam, which is TVK.
No, we don't want Tamil politics to come here.
We're not saying, but there are a lot of people
So-called
here.
Dravidian hate politics.
Yeah.
We want
So
Kannada
that
politics.
hate politics we definitely don't want here.
Yeah.
That everybody is some. So, but the issue is that you will also
Actually,
see there is a
Kuvempu is very clear. Our state anthem says, Jaya Bharata
Bharata
Jananiya
Jananiya Tanujate.
Tanujate.
Bharata Madlu.
Bharata
Tanujate.
Jananiya
Tanujate.
Tanujate. We are born to Mother Bharata.
It's very clear.
Jaya He Karnataka
Mate.
Mate. She, Karnataka, Mother Karnataka is born to Mother
Then I want to
India.
ask you one thing since you bet up. Repeat the two lines again.
Jaya Bharata Jananiya Tanujate, Jaya He Karnataka Mate.
Karnataka Mate, Bharata Janani
Tanujate.
Tanujate.
Hmm.
It is Mother Earth, Mother Bharat. Then why are people protesting against Vande Bharat? I mean Vande Mataram. Because Vande Mataram talks about...
No, that is clearly because of what the Congress
No,
party
in
did. I'm
Karnataka,
sorry
in
to say.
Karnataka we sing the state song
Huh.
and this, communal parties and communal people, they don't protest against the state song. We talks about the same concept as Vande Mataram.
it is a legacy problem. No, Mohan, because Pandit Nehru protested against some verses in Vande Mataram. So that it carries on. See, Anand Math was a very specific project. The idea of Mother India in modern India came from Bankim. Actually, Bankim is the
Anand Math.
is the architect of the imagination of modern India. His idea of Mother India is the one that prevails all over India.
And united us.
We do not recognize Bankim as much as we should do, and I put the blame on the Jyoti Basu years in West Bengal. Bankim was a great thinker. Even the word Navodaya literature in Karnataka came because of
Bankim.
Bankim's Navodaya.
But tell me, what is Kuvempu's vision of Karnataka Kannadiga society? How did he want our society to grow? Because I'm sure you read him and all
because
that.
he
And the
was-
state anthem is so beautiful.
Beautiful it is.
So it unifies everybody.
He unifies
everybody.
He uses names from all over India.
And unifies us.
He mentions the deities of India. He mentions all the cultures of India, all the great communities, religious communities of India, and he says it in the Kannada language. Kuvempu's idea of Kannada was that Kannada was the lens, or the Kannada was the eyes through which you had your awareness of the world. The entire existence of you
You see the world as the Kannadiga, rooted in your culture.
from Kannada eyes.
From
That's all he
Kannada
said.
and rooted in
So
your
that's
culture.
why he said Vishwamanava. He never saw Kannada as some landlocked thing. He says you imagine the entire universe as from a Kannada
Imagination.
with the Kannada as the instrument to enable the vision. He was they were great
Now
thinkers.
tell me, Prakash, how do we create a Kannadiga identity? We are proud Kannadigas. I'm a Konkani, but I'm a proud Kannadiga, proud Konkani, proud Indian, proud Bengalurian. How do you create a Kannadiga identity which unifies all of us in Karnataka
Yeah.
so that this can unify all of us? And how should we guide our Chief Minister DK Shivakumar in ruling the state in the future? How should we guide political parties in the future so that they can have their own lobbies, but culturally we get unified? So, what is your advice to him to look at Kuvempu as the source of our unification culture?
There is this painful otherization also which happens these days, which was not there in Bangalore. At least that culture of integration was largely there. Today, if Mohan says something on the internet, they call him, oh, you're a Tuluva, you're a Konkani,
No, I'll tell you,
things like that.
There have been 2 experiments tried on this, and we should mention them. When Ekikarana happened, when
Ekikarana.
Unified
Ekikarana.
Karnataka happened.
1972.
See, there was this idea of what Kannada should be the official Kannada of Karnataka, because 30 regions came together to do it. So these great writers, Kuvempu and all that, they wrote all these Karnataka songs, in a certain kind of language. And they borrowed this language from the Vachana, Sahitya of 12th century, and later the Dasa Bhakti Sahitya of the 16th to 18th centuries. They took from Sarvagna, from the Dasa Padaga, all that, and they found a Kannada that was artificial and acceptable across Karnataka. So the news is read in that Kannada, and lyrics for cinema and dialogue was cinema was written in that Kannada, so that people feel unified by a single language.
I want Prakash to tell us, since he's a intellectual, whatever it means, he's a Kannadiga, man of culture, passion, Bengalurian, been here a long time, seen everything. What is your vision? What should be our vision of Karnataka based upon getting people together, and what should be the driving forces to unify all of us despite our differences and others? We should have differences.
The first I will say is
Sing that song that you told us.
I was telling him that I told Anantmurthy once. Naresh knows me very well, and I sing this song many times. But these are the lyrics. Prema karuneya kalisi, shanti sahanene alisi, kama krodhavan alisi kapaduttayi. ಒಂದಾದ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಂದಿ ಬಾಳದ ಸುತರ ಹೊಸ ಬೆಸುಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಗಿದು ಒಂದುಗೂಡಿಸುತ್ತಾಯಿ. ದೆನ್ he says, ಯಾವ ಎಣ್ಣೆಯಾದರೂ ಬೆಳಗುವುದೇ ಗುರಿ ಎಂಬ ತತ್ವವನ್ನು ನೀನೆತ್ತಿ ತೋರುವ ತಾಯಿ. ಎದೆಯಾಂತರಾಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಪುಟಿವ ಕಾರಂಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗಿ ಮೊಳಗಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕನ್ನಡ. Okay? I said this, and Anantmurthy said, it's beautiful. Who is the poet? I said, sir, it's a film song. I told him, because in 1972 Mysore was named Karnataka, and there was some objection. So the film community, lyricists stepped up, great lyricists stepped up, directors stepped up, Sahitis like Kuvempu and all these people had been doing this work already. When unification happened in 1956, they all came together to be writing songs saying, Kannada is one idea that can unite us, because there were so many Kannadas. So they all manufactured, in a sense, synthesized a language that everybody could use for news, for official information, to print textbooks and all that. That was not a Kannada spoken particularly in any place.
Right.
It was borrowed from all kinds of legacy Kannada, from 12th century Vachanas and all that, and that is how it happened. I say this because
Explain what this lyric is.
that this lyric is saying, because the Vokkaligas, for instance, did not want unification. Okay,
Yeah,
for some
why?
time. Because they said
So it'll be a
they were
burden
the
if we take
dominant
over.
community of
Yeah.
Mysore,
Mysore, old
and they
Mysore.
did not want
Yeah.
unification, for instance.
Yeah.
So then
Did the Lingayats want unification?
the
Yes.
Lingayats came from really occupied areas. They were not treated by their kings as well as
The
say
Nizam.
Mysore
Yeah.
was treated. Correct. Okay. So the fractured histories were there,
And the coast?
and the coast was quite. See, it was called.
Alva Desha.
It was-
Bombay,
It
Karnataka.
was called Kannada district because it was ruled by Madras presidency.
Madras or Bombay? Oh, the
Udupi,
Bombay.
Udupi and Mangaluru was Madras presidency.
Yeah.
And Dharwad and all that was used.
Bombay.
Canara was used by Bombay presidency. So they were happy to not be in the margins, to be included, but they grew with common cultures, and many Marathi words had crept into Dharwadi Kannada, and actually the purest Kannada even now I will say in coastal Karnataka.
Correct.
The Udupi, Mangaluru, the Kannada they speak is so beautiful because
Yeah,
that
pleasant
is
on
why
the
in
ears.
Kannada cinema is lifted because the Mangaluru boys are coming here and making Kannada films,
Yeah.
and their Kannada is so well spoken. So in this he is saying, teach us to be together. Prema Karune Kalisi, Shanti, teaches peace, love, and all that, and mutual respect. Vandada Deshatili, although we will come together as Ekikarana, United Kannada Prantya, province, we have become Karnataka. Vandada Deshadali, Hondi Balada Sutara. We don't know how to live together. Suta are children, When Sutara, Hosa Besugeli, asking the Kannada mother, Kannada Tai, to bring us together. Then he says, this thing about outsiders, we say. I told Anantmurthy another thing. In a seminar, actually, when Mohandas Pai was present, he yelled at me in that seminar. Anantmurthy was also in that panel. Shobha De also was there. So I told Anantmurthy, I said, sir, you've also come from somewhere to Bangalore. He said, what does that mean? I said, sir, all of us who come to a city by
outsiders.
displacing people who are there. It's the nature of cities that people come from everywhere. They disrupt the old agriculture or whatever practice was there, and they create a big city, and it's a different opportunity. So from time to time, new influx of people will keep. That's the nature of a city. And G.V. Iyer, who wrote the lyrics, says, Yav enne adaru, whatever the fuel is and whatever the labor is or skill deployed, Yav enne adaru, belaguvude guri emba, that it will give you light. Please infuse this philosophy in the population. And then, when they're all together working and they prosper together, Yadeyantarala, from their heart will spurt, this fountain
Right.
which sings Kannada, he says, He says it is not by imposing Kannada first that you teach them a love and affection for Kannada. You give them an opportunity
Correct.
to benefit from being Kannada, that they will become Kannada.
That also explains the love
And my
that
last
we have
line
for
on
the
this,
city.
I'll tell you,
Yeah.
which irritates, Kannada activists, I'll tell you. I am more interested in Kannadigas than in Kannada. If Kannadigas cannot prosper, what is the point of Kannada prospering? Kannadigas should prosper. They should get better jobs, better education. You should give them education that is accessible in English. Can you give them science, international law, politics, tort law, economics in Kannada? Do you have teachers, even if it's translated by Google or AI today? Do you have teachers to teach? What are you doing? How can these Sahitis, impose these conditions to ignorant chief ministers and education ministers in Karnataka? Education ministers in Karnataka is a completely uneducated person.
Yeah.
How can you do this damage to your future generation? They should have equal access to equal education. See, when one of my liberal friends, who is a well-known person, so I don't want to tell his name, he says minority institutions can have their rights because they should have equal access to education. I said they should have equal access to equal education.
Yeah.
You cannot say minority institutions will impart religious education. You're cheating the child of what it deserves. You're cheating the child from the benefits of being a citizen of India. This is what I'm saying. Kannada also should grow like that. And the government should step out of areas where it is not competent, to
What is
prosecute.
this Vishwa Manusha that you
Vishwamanava.
No, Vishwamanava Parikalpane.
Vishwamanava.
This is Kuvempu's. See, to summarize, when a Kannada child is born, its entire awareness of existence, its consciousness, andre chitta, its perception of the world, comes from it being Kannada. It has no other way of learning anything.
Right.
All the vegetables, all the food it eats, all the things around it, everything it knows in Kannada.
Correct.
It is knowing the universe. You're not validating that language. A farmer may be better than a botany professor, in what happens in his area with its soil, okay? But because he does not use the language that you recognize, you're saying he is ignorant. Actually, you don't know anything about it. The problem is, if you can get this language to work for them and you treat their knowledge as knowledge that you can use in your agricultural university, there is worth in it for them to be those things. Now you're trying to say you cannot be a knowledgeable person if you know only your language. You should know English, but I will not teach you English in government-run schools. What kind of justice is that? So when he says Vishwamanava, he says you should always be Kannada because that's your fundamental equipment to learn.
Right.
You'll never learn as well as you have learned from that,
Right.
But everything else from the world, you should get from Kannada. Even English you should get
The worldview
from
has to be
Kannada.
absorbed through the lens that you've
everything,
grown.
your Kannada should be able to get you everything from the world.
Right.
And when you recognize yourself as a Kannadiga, it is not that you're a Kannadiga of Karnataka. You're not a Kannadiga of India. You're a Kannadiga of the universe, I'm a Vishwamanava. I can be a Kannadiga. There is no contradiction, he says. This is the idea of, concentric expansions of identity, human identity,
Right.
community. It's a
Without
larger
losing the
concentric
core.
circles.
Yeah.
This is what the Parikalpane, this imagination is. We don't even have that, There is no government that understands anything. They just valorize them as names because they recognize Kuvempu as, a Vakaliga, poet maybe. I've heard such talk, from politicians.
Yeah.
Kuvempu is a Vakali.
Yeah,
See,
they
you
have
wouldn't know,
casteist,
but he is from that caste.
But Kuvempu is a great poet. That's all that matters.
That is what
Yeah.
matters.
That's
It
all that
should
matters.
be.
Yeah.
This is how it is. They own like Dalits own, Ambedkar.
Yeah.
That is
Dalit-
a great Indian economist. you should
Ambedkar
say.
is a great scholar.
And a great economist, He's not some caste argument.
leader.
Caste leader is not, yeah.
Correct.
This is the problem. So Vishwamanava Sandesha is that,
Last bit about the ecology of the city. Now, obviously, infrastructure is extremely important, but at the same time, we are losing a lot of green spaces within the city. So, how do we balance both? I want to start with Mohan actually.
Sharad, you see,
Yes.
it's easy to balance.
Yeah.
You have to plan the city. Like Naresh keeps educating us, we need a 15-minute city where too many people don't have to go all over the place.
Yeah.
So a city is a concentration of human activity. Concentration human activity creates specialization. Specialization improves productivity. Improved productivity leads to higher income. So you have to concentrate human activity. So economic activities, social activities, and cultural activities have to be done. So
Yeah.
what does it mean? It means you must plan the city such that you can live in a particular area. Within 15 minutes, you get space to work, you get space for education, you get space for everything, and you have green areas.
Right.
All together. I mean, city has to be vertical.
So you don't
This
have to go
urban
anywhere
sprawl
else.
destroys a city because you waste 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a day on commuting.
Yeah.
It's a waste of life.
Yeah.
Look, your life is finite. The day you're born, there's an end date. You don't know when the date is.
Yeah.
And in the day, if you're going to spend 4 hours commuting, wasting your life, man. So you live in a 15-minute city where you're more productive, you enjoy the whole of life. So we need to do that. And in between, you need to have all this green thing. A soaking city, a green city, and climate and everything.
Yeah.
We are truly blessed. For example, look at this place.
Yeah. We
We're
wanted a
sitting
green
in,
space.
In the
yeah.
middle of a green place is so beautiful.
In
It's so
Malleshwaram.
cool. In Malleshwaram.
Yeah.
And this is Malleshwaram. Why can't you have that? But you can't have small sites. They're doing some Kempegoda layout far away. You can't go there. You can't come. And small 30 by 60, 30 by 40. You can't have roads. You can't give sewage. You can't give water. So you've got to plan the city in a concentrated way. And then the ecological problem can be solved. For example, ecology
Yeah.
depends on what? Less carbonization.
Yeah.
And if you have electric mobility, you don't
Right.
compute too much,
Yeah.
you do that.
Yeah.
It depends on buildings which are built to suit the environment.
So the per capita emissions are also coming
per
down.
capita
Yeah.
income comes down.
Right.
It depends upon not wasting food and not wasting everything. And the center of it is mobility. You understand?
Yeah.
And that is not a alien concept. Naresh can sit down and write it out on a piece of paper and he can tell you what to do. I mean, any common thinking person can sit and do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's important to know from what he's saying, the word economic and ecology starts with the same three letters.
Yeah.
Eco, which is the Greek root for home.
Yeah.
The word oikos, where the word economics comes from, or ecology. So if you're going to you cannot think of it as two separate things, right? What Bangalore needs in addition to building bylaws, which says setback and FSI, it also needs a temporal bylaw. If I leave my house, in 10 minutes I must touch a green space, which a neighborhood park. In 20 minutes I must hit a large park.
Yeah.
And within half an hour I must be in Kapan Park. No, if the whole city is designed as a bunch of residential
It's not too difficult. Yeah, you
is
learn
it
from the
difficult?
past. It was quite
But you
good.
must
We
go
had the-
vertical. You
yeah.
must go vertical.
Yeah.
It can't be horizontal.
Singapore is a classic example, right? All Bangalore politicians keep saying Singapore.
Mangalore, Naresh, the same set of political class have built it very well. Yeah.
Singapore, when it was taken over in 1966, there is a photograph in BBMP in
Poorer than Bangalore.
1976. They have come to Bangalore, Singapore
Yes.
delegation
Yeah.
To learn
to
how to
study
build a
how
grand
to
city.
make Singapore like Bangalore.
Yes.
There is a photograph
Yeah,
in
yeah,
BBMP,
yeah.
all guys standing there. And today, with the population there,
Yeah.
okay, it is the densest country
Right,
in the
right,
world.
yeah.
7,000 people a square kilometer. Compared to that, Bangladesh is 900 people a square
Really?
kilometer.
Wow.
It is a country and a city,
City.
so it's not really, the comparative is not maybe correct. But what is more important is 49% of Singapore is reserved forest, not
Yeah.
green.
Resort forest.
Yeah.
And out of the balance 51%, 25% is guaranteed open space.
Guaranteed open
So
space.
25%. That is why, and Singapore today, because of that
5 years ago, we reduced, parks and greenland spaces by 5%.
Yeah,
in Bangalore.
Singapore today has more biodiversity
By law.
than the
Can you
United States.
By
Yeah.
policy.
The United States is the second most biodiverse country in the world. The most biodiverse country in the world is Singapore. And what is stopping Bangalore? We have great soil, fantastic weather, great availability of water. And instead of this endless 5%, 10% business,
Yeah.
I would really call
we
upon
have
the Chief
one more
Minister of
advantage, I'll
Karnataka.
tell you. We don't have natural boundaries.
Yeah, we
So
can
you
go
can
anywhere.
actually even now go back to an idea of creating a green belt, which Ramakrishna Hegde had thought of. Even now you can put a green belt between Bangalore and Mysore
Ramakrishna Hegde
somewhere.
forgot you can have a green belt, but you need transportation, mobility,
Correct.
mobility.
Yeah, that is what probably-
Urban areas is all about mobility.
sir, he
you have to
also-
move a lot of people for mobility, mobility.
He is the one who called rights here and did a 3-day conference on mobility. He's the one who called the Hindu just to do underground rail. He tried everything, but the politics of the day defeated him.
So we need to do that. I think we can be done.
I think the current dispensation under Mr. Shivakumar
But,
has a great opportunity. I really wish
Because
it is
things
not
are so bad,
squandered.
it's an opportunity.
Yeah, it is like a great opportunity. All you have to do is bring in the.
But Sharad, I want to ask
think-
Prakash, we spoke about the city planning, hard stuff and all that.
Yeah.
What about the soft stuff? How do you create a more compassionate
Yeah.
human society
Livability.
where culture, the arts flourish, where the respect for artists and cultural achievers and citizens go up? What do we need to do more? It should not be a place only for living, running around, doing anything. Money is important. We have to earn money, good money. But how do you create a place which appeals to the higher senses in human beings? What do we need to do in the city?
The amount of real estate development coming up in Bangalore today, do you know how much it is? The current area under building is 20 crore square feet.
20 crore square
Square
feet.
feet.
20 crore.
Crore under construction now.
20 crore
Okay.
square feet is maybe 10 years of what
Wow,
India is
it's like
building.
crazy. And in the Bangalore, India will build 9 more Bangalores in the next 5 years. Within 2030, we will build 9 more
We can't
Bangalores.
comprehend, Naresh.
Impossible, right? The amount of stuff. And look at it this way: 5%. Actually, you asked me, it should be more than that. Of every site in Bangalore, more than an acre, has to be reserved for civic amenities. It is being cornered by various forces which have nothing to do with civic or amenity. So I said the current government should say you have to establish a cultural center in every property which is sanctioned, and that property must become like a trust. It has to be a
For
trust of
public.
the people. No. For instance, Prestige, which is one of the biggest, is the biggest developer of Bangalore, has taken the civic amenity site in on Kanakpura Road, which Prakash uses quite a lot, and created the Prestige Center for the Performing Arts.
Yeah.
It's an auditorium and a space as big as Chaudhaya Hall, 1,000 seats.
Frankly, young people today
And
are
it is
traveling
it has become
distances just to live
it
in
has
high
become
rises.
a counter magnet.
Actually, I had a big role.
Yeah,
to
you
do.
have done it. Yeah, you had a
Yeah,
big
Prakash,
role.
what is the vision for the city in this area?
So,
See, I'm quite
Everywhere.
sentimental about this. I'll say it as quickly as possible. We should stop looking at government as the one that needs to do it. Citizens must participate because government.
City
you're
belongs
asking
to
government
citizens.
clean up the waste. Stop generating waste. You should not generate so much waste. Stop doing traffic offences. Stop driving cars if you can use the metro. There should be a citizen side contribution, and that is what culture can do. It can infuse these values in the, I'm initiating a project. Day before yesterday we announced it when Naresh was there. I believe in Sanatana Dharma, because in Sanatana Dharma you are allowed to criticize and change what is there in Sanatana Dharma. Okay, Sankranti, when the sun returns from the Tropic of Capricorn, it returns. Okay, all around the world in the northern hemisphere, Christmas included, that is the festival. Okay, the sun is returning.
Yeah.
You can do harvest, you can do warmth comes back and all that. I want to, because that is a really secular festival. If there is a visible God to us, it is the sun.
Yeah.
It is the greatest, the only sole provider for the planet. So I'm asking Rotary Clubs of Bangalore. I've gone and talked to. I went to Art of Living. I'm not a religious person, but I went there because I think we should get everybody in it. And I have got this thing sanctioned at least from the Rotary districts, and we will see how many people we can involve. And Art of Living, I said they'll help also. I want to ask many people. On Sankranti Day, what is the thing you do at home? All of us have Sankranti Habba. You call it Pongal or Hugi or whatever you call it, You Lori, whatever you call it. What do you do? I'm saying we will clean the city. I said on January 15th, this time, in 100 wards of Bangalore, in 100 spots of Bangalore, we'll just do simple spot cleaning. Okay? If possible, in 243 wards, okay, if possible, we will do. And it may become dirty again, but if you do it over 3 or 4 years, it can become a habit and the city will become clean. This is the idea. I want to use the idea that we should have artistic programs, songs, everything all over
the city,
in all the 243 wards on Sankranti Day, where we sing and celebrate nature because it is there in the culture.
Yeah.
I don't have to invent this, it is there. But we should integrate all that onto that one day, and just like we clean our homes and its surroundings during Sankranti Habba,
It should be like a
in
Ur
this
Habba.
city.
Yeah.
I'm saying the culture guys should stop going, we used to say with their bags to third floor of Vidhan Sabha looking for grants. We should learn to give back to society ourselves. And one of the things we should do is that we should look after look at the city as a community and get the city to
Look at
participate
the city as a mother,
as a mother.
Yeah.
nurturing mother.
And as in a village, everybody participate. Ur Habba ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾತ್ರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾಟಕ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸು, ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. There'll be commerce, there's ecology and economy, both will be happening there, right? So we should do it for Bangalore city itself as a whole.
Prakash, there are not enough people like you asking citizens, I want you to do this, I want your help, and doing it. We don't have cultural leaders.
We should get people together to
I
do
know,
it.
we need cultural leaders.
I'm
we
going to
do an
style
exercise?
myself as one small cultural
Can we do an
leader.
exercise? We'll take the new GBA map. How many ever wards are there? We'll take one ambassador for each.
Yeah.
Like, say you represent the JP Nagar ward. we will build the movement around these 400 people so that there is mobilization.
See,
and we'll do some activities.
Use the B-clip activists.
Yeah.
See the
BPAC has got trained people everywhere.
Yeah.
They want to be water.
or the RWS are there. We'll go to them also.
Use the B-clip people. They will act and work with you.
Correct.
Talk to Raghu.
Yeah.
He'll get them together.
We
Because they
started
already are
early.
active.
No, we'll get everybody, as many people involved as possible.
Yeah, we should do this in July.
I
August
want to have streams of people coming from. It's like a marathon. From every ward, they'll emerge.
Yeah.
We'll have a mainstream map where they'll congregate in one place.
Yeah.
And
And for
we'll
that-
close that.
For that, can I say something? Pick up some 10, 12 roads like MG Road. Shut it down for the day. And
Yeah.
give it back to the city. Give it back to the citizens. And that day,
It's a hubba.
Yeah.
that day, open Vidhan Sabha to the people. Why are you shutting Vidhan Sabha to the people?
Everywhere in the world you can go. Everywhere in the world you can
Saturday,
go.
Sunday, open it up for the people so people can go play in the ground and open. Why are you putting those gates?
Even
Why
parts
are
of
you putting
Rashtrapati
Vidhan
Bhavan
Sabha?
are open.
Why are you shutting out people? It belongs to the people. The High
You
Court,
can go
open it up.
to White House. You can go to
Go to White
Capitol
House
Hill.
inside. Why are you not allowing inside?
In Australia, Canberra, you can go and visit Parliament.
You can visit Parliament. You put so much of security, so for what?
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you one thing before you go.
I don't think anybody
I go
wants to
Vidhan
harm
Sabha once in
Karnataka
a while. I go in
politicians.
an old car. I got a small car. I'm not a rich fellow. I wear slippers. I wear a kurta and go. The guard says, Yaru, young bande. Next to me, one dog is going inside. Happily. I'm not alone. And inside the quadrangle, there's some 20 dogs. Remember?
Yeah.
And then, next to me, one Benz comes with a suited, booted fellow. You know, some cricket fellow.
He'll
Gate
wear-
opens.
Namaskar, sir. What about me, yaar? Why are you treating me like this?
Should wear a white shirt and gold chain. That'll get
Yeah.
you inside.
I'm telling you, no, Prakash, this is the kind of culture that is there. That must go, the feudal culture. So I think we should do this.
We'll do
Yeah,
this.
the
way.
decorum that the city had has to be spread once again.
You should feel it's my city.
My
Correct.
city.
See,
Yeah.
I have this definition. I want to say it all the time, and
This-
every
this
one of you knows
sentiment
it.
that everybody
Who
wants
is
to
a
move to Mysore.
Bangalorean?
Yeah.
Anyone who says I'm a Bangalorean is a Bangalorean, and anyone who says I'm not from Bangalore is an outsider.
Outside. Correct.
Clear
Yeah.
it is.
Correct.
Yeah.
You have
And
to
anybody
become
who loves Bangalore
self-appointed
is a
custodian.
Yes.
No, we have to become self-appointed custodian.
Yeah.
Yes.
This sentiment
Nobody
that,
will tell us to do it. That's
Nobody can tell us you're not a Bangalore. We are
Self-appointed
Bangaloreans
custodian.
and we love our city and we'll work for the city.
Thank you so much. I know we are getting late, so we'll wrap it up at this, but we will try and do this. Where 400 wards of the city, we will gather
Every
people.
year on
Yes.
Sankranti Day we'll do it.
Sure.
Okay.
Done.
So I'll just start it. I don't know how many years anybody has got. I have got, but I'm going to do this. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you now, this will succeed. I'll make it work.
Yeah.
It's my life's mission. I will do this.
Done.
Okay.
We are with
Are you here on June 27th?
No, I'll be in Australia.
On June 27th is Kempegowda's birthday.
We should do it on that
Why
day.
is it's not even celebrated in the city? I cannot-
No,
the founder of the city has a birthday.
No, there are
And
too many
nobody says
too many
it, no?
claimants to that.
No, it is an
Dharma is
official birthday.
better, sir.
I am part of the
ಜಾತಿ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. If I want to do a play on Kempegowda, they will say ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಜಾತಿ ನೀವು. That is how it is.
I am a member of the Kempegowda Development Authority. It's not completely. I really think it's important to celebrate the founder of a city. No?
But I must say, Dalits are more progressive than most castes in India, okay? If I speak about Ambedkar, which I do a lot now, they invite me to their forum to speak. They don't do any boycotts, But all these middle castes,
But only if you speak about Ambedkar, otherwise no.
no, they are interested in Ambedkar. They are not interested in other things. Correct, you're right. But they're willing to listen to. I'm
Everybody
saying,
listen,
don't treat him as a caste leader, I say,
Yeah.
but they're happy to.
Yeah,
do
he's
that,
a national leader, not a caste.
yeah.
See, the more you appropriate Ambedkar as the caste leader, more you bring him down. He's a national leader.
Yeah. Actually, his ideas on delimitation, his idea on making linguistic states,
Yeah, correct.
I wish the powers of the day had listened to him. He was wiser than he was. He was a
More
better,
pragmatic.
higher intellectual than all of them. He was
And
a bigger
pragmatic.
scholar than
And
all
pragmatic.
of them. And pragmatic, very rational,
And futuristic.
and very rational.
Very
yeah.
rational, very futuristic.
yeah.
No hang-ups.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
everybody. We have
Great
a small hamper. Can we give the hampers? It's like all locally made products. We put this together. Our team has worked
It's
really
not
hard.